Good job, young sailor. The moments of courage you've created, risking your life, have now changed the future of the world for better or for worse. I came to stop this war. If it continues, it will only increase the damage on both sides. But for those who still want to fight, let them come. We will be your opponents. This is the phrase uttered in one of the most epic moments of the entire Grand Line, by Shanks, the mysterious emperor of the seas, whose strength and power are beyond our reach and understanding. So, I ask you, do you know everything about this character? Let's talk about him now. Let's use this video to bring the story of Shanks, the red-haired, a magnificent character, one of my favorites, even though he appears so little in the manga or anime. He is a character that raises questions and more questions and always raises the hype to very high levels. But before we start the video, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. And now, here's the story. Shanks, the red-haired, is the captain of the red-haired pirates and one of the 4 emperors ruling the New World. He is also an example of the legendary Pirates of Roger, the only group to successfully conquer the Grand Line. Shanks was born in the West Blue in a village that produced wine. At just 1 year old, the boy was found by Gol D, Roger, in a treasure chest in God Valley, and it has not been revealed how the character ended up there, but he became a member of the crew, growing up alongside the King of Pirates. Notably, he is the pirate who inspired Luffy on his journey as a pirate and is responsible for Luffy's power. On one of their journeys, his crew member Lucky Hole found a Goma Goma no Mi, which was accidentally eaten by Luffy. Turning the boy into the rubber man Shanks is the mirror for Luffy's ultimate goal of becoming the Pirate King. But before becoming the Pirate King, Luffy has a pit stop, returning Shanks' greatest treasure to its owner, the treasure Shanks entrusted to Luffy, his straw hat. Currently at 39 years old, Shanks is another of the many mysteries in Oda's series. The way the character appears so sparingly is incredible and makes everyone sigh even in his brief appearances. Shanks' visual inspiration certainly comes from this image. This pirate is none other than Francois Elolanize, one of the most barbaric pirates of the Caribbean, thus joining the buccaneers. It's interesting to highlight the origin of the term buccaneer. Originally, these were men who earned a living by hunting wild game in the jungles and selling the meat. When the meat was cooked over a special fire called buccan, they became known to the French as bocani, from which the term buccaneer derived. Later, this word was used to denote the pirates and corsairs operating in the Caribbean during the 17th and 18th centuries. Over time, Shanks became more distinct, especially in his appearance, which became intense and fierce. The scars on his eye now appear tingling and react along with his gaze. These scars are ancient and still cause pain, carrying personal resentment about them, made by the one who will likely be the ultimate enemy, Blackbeard. Shanks is one of the most laid-back characters in the world of One Piece. He is not cruel like many other pirate captains, nor does he rule his crew with fear or brutality. His friendly nature means he won't intentionally harm others. He can even persuade serious characters like Dracula Mihawk to join him. However, his amusement, despite being laid back, reveals an underlying complexity. Shanks, at the beginning of the series, seems like a simple person, but as the plot unfolds, his personality becomes deeper. Shanks believes that if two people have very different viewpoints, it's better for them to go separate ways. He doesn't seem to care about what happens to himself. Even if food or drink is thrown at him, he just laughs it off with his crew, finding the scene amusing. However, he would never forgive anyone for attacking his friends. As he himself said, "You can throw food and drink at me, I'll just laugh it off. But one thing I won't allow is for my friends to be hurt." This strongly echoes his former captain, Gol D, Roger. Garp once said that Roger became a fury in person to protect his crew. Shanks inherited a lot from Roger, and now we can understand a bit more of Roger's last words to his faithful friend Rayleigh: "I won't die, partner. My essence and freedom still live on in Shanks, in his personification." Despite some members of Shanks' crew being named, such as Beckman, Rockstar, and Lucky Roo, Shanks looks out for the well-being of his entire crew, refusing to mistreat crew members with lower ranks. Shanks may have been trained by Roger himself, but regardless of who his master was, the skills acquired by Shanks are monstrous and unparalleled. In the end, he looks at Gol D, Roger, as his role model, his childhood hero, and the man he eventually wants to surpass. As one of the emperors, Shanks acts more as a guardian and diplomat, with no ambition to become the pirate king, perhaps understanding that he is not the chosen one, as Roger mentioned would come one day. In both casual and serious moments, his diplomacy speaks louder, such as when he visits Whitebeard and his ship, demonstrating the extent of his conqueror's haki, capable of incapacitating half the crew and causing damage even to the Moby Dick. Despite this, Shanks explained that it was just a precaution when entering the enemy ship, as he had something serious to discuss with Whitebeard. This sensitive matter involved Blackbeard, and Shanks warned and asked Whitebeard to cease the search for the traitor. The dangers represented by Blackbeard were beyond the reach of the Flame's son, Ace, but Whitebeard refused to listen and interpreted it as an insult. Shanks' refusal to yield and give orders was costly for both, resulting in serious consequences for that point in the story. There is much speculation about Shanks' powers, but it is certain that he does not possess a devil fruit, which only adds to the intrigue surrounding the character. Little is known about what Shanks can truly do, as he has not been seen heavily involved in a battle. However, losing an arm has not weakened his strength in any way, being sufficient even to confront Whitebeard. What we know so far is that his power is so great that he was able to stop a Navy admiral kilometers away, using only the king's haki, awakened with a simple unsheathing of his sword. And in case you didn't know, admirals are the elite main force of the Navy. After 20 years of the series, we know so little about this character. Still, I hope you enjoyed this dossier and the information about the red-haired. If you liked it, share the video and invite friends. Drop a like on the channel to support us. Stay tuned for the next videos. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.